Hey, good afternoon, everybody. It is January 1st, 2023, and we are going to read from our Bible. What are we going to read? Well, last year we read the New Testament, so I guess we aren't going to read that again. We were using last year English Standard Version Daily Reading Plan, ESV Daily Bible Reading Plan. Go on your favorite search engine, you can look that up, and it'll take you to a version that you can copy and print out. Crossway puts this out. They put out the English Standard Version Bible. Sometimes they'll have a copy in your Bible. If you don't have one, well, like I said, you can look on Google and you can print it out. What if I don't have an English Standard Version? Well, I'm actually going to use the New King James Version to go with this. So I can use any Bible that I have, but I like this plan. Why do I like this plan? Well, because it divides my Bible into 4 sections, roughly. We looked at Gospels and the Epistles. That was the section we read last year, which was all the New Testament. We've got Chronicles and the Prophets, which is basically the last 2/3 of the Old Testament. We've got the Psalms and the wisdom literatures. That was basically the middle third of your Old Testament. And the one we're going to read is the Pentateuch and the History, which is probably that first third of your New Old Testament. Pentateuch, that's the first 5 books of the Bible that we believe were written by Moses. Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy. That establishes creation, that establishes who God is. That's why I as a Christian, even though I've under the New Testament rules, because I believe in Jesus, that Jesus is the one that made the covenant with me, I still want to know who God is and what was his purpose for creating things, and how did we get to that point where Jesus had to come not just to save the Jews, but included us in it as well. And that's what we get out of the Old Testament, so it's always worthwhile to read your Old Testament. We're going to read from Genesis. We're going to read chapter 1 today. So this is the creation story, or one of them, because we actually had a couple of them in Genesis to get us started. This is the one that God created the heavens and the earth in 7 days. Now, is that 7 24-hour days, or is that just a symbolic completeness? That's up to you to decide. I'm not going to tell you which one to believe. Both of those have support, and both of those have problems. So whatever speaks to you, that's what you should believe. What should we all understand? God created everything. He created it from nothing. There was a plan to how he created it. He didn't just throw everything together. He created heaven and the earth, and he created heaven, and he created the seas, and he created this, and he created that. And it was good, and it was good, and it was good. So it was a process that God was following. And when he was done, he said it was very good. So he kept working at it until he had his perfection. That's what he wanted us to inherit from him. And we screwed it up, but that was the plan, was that perfection. And that's what we're going to see here in Genesis. God creating his perfect creation that he wanted us to enjoy with him. So let's go ahead and we're going to read Genesis chapter 1. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. The earth was without form and void, and darkness was on the face of the deep. And the Spirit of God was hovering over the face of the waters. Then God said, "Let there be light," and there was light. And God saw the light, that it was good, and God divided the light from the darkness. God called the light day, and the darkness he called night. So the evening and the morning were the first day. Then God said, "Let there be a firmament in the midst of the waters, and let it divide the waters from the waters." Thus God made the firmament and divided the waters which were under the firmament from the waters which were above the firmament. And it was so. And God called the firmament heaven. So the evening and the morning were the second day. Then God said, "Let the waters under the heavens be gathered together into one place, and let the dry land appear." And it was so. And God called the dry land earth, and the gathering together of the waters he called seas. And God saw that it was good. Then God said, "Let the earth bring forth grass, the herb that yields seed, and the fruit tree that yields fruit according to its kind, whose seed is in itself on the earth." And it was so. And the earth brought forth grass, the herb that yields seed according to its kind, and the tree that yields fruit, whose seed is in itself according to its kind. And God saw that it was good. So the evening and the morning were the third day. Then God said, "Let there be lights in the firmament of the heavens to divide the day from the night, and let them be for signs and seasons and for days and years. And let them be for lights in the firmament of the heavens to give light on the earth." And it was so. Then God made 2 great lights, the greater light to rule the day and the lesser light to rule the night. He made the stars also. God set them in the firmament of the heavens to give light on the earth, and to rule over the day and over the night, and to divide the light from the darkness. And God saw that it was good. So the evening and the morning were the fourth day. Then God said, let the waters abound with an abundance of living creatures, and let birds fly above the earth across the face of the firmament of the heavens. So God created great sea creatures and every living thing that moves, with which the waters abounded, according to their kind, and every winged bird according to its kind. And God saw that it was good. And God blessed them, saying, be fruitful and multiply, and fill the waters in the seas, and let birds multiply on the earth. So the evening and the morning were the fifth day. Then God said, let the earth bring forth the living creatures according to its kind, cattle and creeping things and beasts of the earth, each according to its kind. And it was so. And God made the beasts of the earth according to its kind, cattle according to its kind, and everything that creeps on the earth according to its kind. And God saw that it was good. Then God said, let us make man in our image, according to our likeness. Let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, over the birds of the air, and over the cattle, over all the earth, and over every creeping thing that creeps on the earth. So God created man in his own image. In the image of God he created him, male and female he created them. Then God blessed them, and God said to them, be fruitful and multiply. Fill the earth and subdue it. Have dominion over the fish of the sea, over the birds of the air, and over every living thing that moves on the earth. And God said, see, I have given you every herb that yields seed, which is on the face of all the earth, and every tree whose fruit yields seed, so that it shall be for food. Also to every beast of the earth, to every bird of the air, and to everything that creeps on the earth in which there is life, I have given every green herb for food. And it was so. Then God saw everything that he had made, and indeed it was very good. So the evening and the morning were the sixth day. May God bless the reading of his word. May God bless you. Bye.